Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mill Valley Film Festival daily live stream, bringing you updates on this year's Mill Valley Film Festival. First of all, a thanks to our sponsor for the live stream, Make It Better Media Group. Through them, we're able to live stream not only through the Mill Valley Film Festival channels, but also through Marin Magazine and other channels. So you can see us on YouTube and LinkedIn and all over the place. Welcome. And I'd also like to welcome my friend and colleague, Kelly Clement.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Kelly. Good to see you.
Yeah, day number 5. Wow.
No, it's going so fast.
Yeah.
So, Kelly, you're in Taos, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Kind of love that you're there. And I'm in Oakland, California. I'm going across the bridge in a little while to go to Marin County, California. But I love that we kind of have this national reach with our programmers. But so the thing that's new this year are the streams that we create. Sorry, the strands that we created.
Mhm.
Um, and today's strand that you and I are going to unpack a little bit is sponsored by BSSP, which is the wonderful group of creatives who made our look for this year, the poster and all that gorgeous stuff. So anyway, let's jump into some of the films because I think Create is going to be one of my favorite strands this year.
Yeah.
How
It
about you?
was for me anyway. Anyway, every year when I start programming, I'm just hoping and praying I can find a really good music documentary, something that we can collaborate with the Sweetwater with. And it doesn't always happen, but we've had some really great shows. But this year, amazingly enough, we got 4 great music documentaries, and 3 of them are by local filmmakers and feature Bay Area subjects. So it's really an exciting year for music documentaries and the Create stand.
Yes. Yeah, because I think today, in honor of what used to be called Blue Monday, which is like the blues always used to play at Bay Area clubs on a Monday night, particularly Sweetwater, actually. So we have Born in Chicago premiering tonight. You want to tell us a little bit more about that one, Kelly?
Oh man, Born in Chicago. That was maybe one of the first documentaries I invited, just because I'm a good friend of Bob Sarles, the director, he's a friend of the festival. He's had films in the festival before, and I just knew his film was going to be fantastic. And this is such a great film. It's about the Chicago blues scene in the mid 20th century, and it's pure American lore. And it's about music is the focus, but the script highlights the context and the people and the city that fused all these elements of race and economics and youth and culture into a story about integration. And it's a story that speaks to our continuing challenge to integrate. And what's really great, it's got fantastic music. Enough said about that. A lot of really great interviews, and Dan Aykroyd is the narrator.
That's
And
great. Of course, we have the added bonus that John Goddard of Village Music fame is going to do the Q&A with the filmmakers after the screening tonight. So that should be kind of wonderful as well.
oh yeah, he's master.
Yeah, he's like the walking, talking encyclopedia of all things music and popular culture, and I mean, he's amazing. But Kelly, what you were saying about the themes that come out through music in Born in Chicago, I mean, that's so interesting, both from the perspective of this particular strand being about create and the kind of stories that we see coming through in it, where creativity is kind of goes hand in hand with a lot of things that people deal with. I mean, we've got the electrical life of Louis Wayne, who was quite an oddball artist. I mean, I was familiar with the pictures that he did, but I was not familiar with his name or his story. Or we have a film like Haute Couture, a French film, a narrative film, which is about a young woman who rips off an older woman and ends up being mentored by her. I mean, I think that there are these stories that kind of bring people through their lives and elevate their lives through creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bernstein's Wall is a good example of that too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, and then the other thing we have going tonight, which I'd love just to talk about a little bit as well, is Paper and Glue, because that's going to be our membership screening.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And a lot of members are very familiar with the director, JR, already, because he's been featured several times at the Mill Valley Film Festival.
Yeah.
With Faces and Places with Agnes Varda back in 2017. And then just 2019, he was featured in 1000 Stories, The Making of a Mural.
Right. Yeah. And actually, he was here. I think it actually was in 2019. He did a bunch of mural work in San Francisco because he does those extraordinary pieces. He did something with the Museum of Modern Art, but he did stuff on the streets as well, which is
he interviewed 1,200 people for his video mural project.
It's amazing.
Incredible. He's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
People are going to be really surprised with this film, Paper and Glue, about how he works and some of his more famous projects.
And it's great. Always, we've had this, tradition of, having a special screening for our members every year, and the members will come. They'll go to the screening. There's a party afterwards. It's a way of saying thank you to the people who've supported us. So I think it's a great choice for this year as well.
Yeah, it's all family.
Yes.
And there'll be another screening of that on the 13th.
Right. Yeah, and then I guess last night was Ben Fong Tourist. I mean, talk about local icons.
Yeah.
Like a Rolling Stone, and his storied history with Rolling Stone magazine and his roots here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, well, he was the voice of rock music for decades.
Yeah, yes, one of our beloved locals.
And it's a great trip down memory lane for
right.
And there's another screening of that today at 2
p.m. I believe there is, yeah. So if you, that was the other thing to say, that our rush lines in our real life screenings are doing quite well. So if you want to try for a ticket at the last minute, and if you're in the neighborhood, rush lines seem to be working out pretty well. And again, several of these films are also available online. I think Kelly, help me here. Born in Chicago is, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Paper and Glue is also.
Great. Yeah. And I think then we have another shorts program in this selection called Some Kind of Love. So again, lots of great stuff that you can see online as well as in real life. Any last words of wisdom, Kelly, before we sign off?
Well, I just wanted to throw one in that's not in the Create strand, but it definitely falls into that. And it's Bad Attitude, the art of Spain Rodriguez.
Oh, God, yes.
Who is a creative mind, who was a San Francisco icon, and an amazing film. Given the time that Spain's came into the public eye during the Vietnam War and feminism and the drastic change in counterculture, it's an amazing film, an amazing life story, and it was directed by his wife.
I'm really glad that you called that one out, because it made me think, well, wait a minute, which strand did we put that in? Because that's the thing, I think the strands sort of offer us a way of discussing what films are actually about and what we see in them. So, yeah.
Well, it was in the laugh strand, but it's definitely creative.
Absolutely, yeah. It has that duality. Well, Kelly, it's great to see you, and thanks to everyone for joining us here for today's live stream. See you again tomorrow at noon Pacific time.